Good evening, everybody, and welcome back or welcome to Karen's Stamp Pad. My name is Karen, and I am usually on Thursday afternoons at 1 o'clock, and I was today. I did my Facebook Live. And I had a few people watching and commenting. I finished my Facebook Live and was uh, editing and somehow managed to delete my entire video and post. So, in trying to get it back and recover the video, I also managed to mess up my Facebook page, and I can no longer download pictures. So, I've got myself in a bit of a bind, and I'm hoping my husband will be able to help me out at some point. But I did post that I would do another Facebook to for the people, or another live for the people who watch the replays. So I started out with 3 cards pre-done to show you, and it was all set up. Now I have 6 cards because I did 3 this afternoon, and so this is kind of an idea of what we're going to do. And today we're playing with designer series paper and some punches. So I want to show you some just how quick and easy it is to throw together a card with not a lot of product. So I have we're featuring the Ladybug Hello Ladybug or Punch, and um, some designer series paper that is in the Celebration catalog, and it is Rainbows and Happiness. So here's a few pieces, and yeah, it's very bright and colorful. It just kind of makes you smile. So I've obviously used a couple for this card, and I'm going to be using also the I just love this pattern paper, and it's the All Together stamp set, which or All Together designer series paper, which will be available uh, for purchase on March 1st, and it's all black and white. It goes together with the Here Together stamp set. Let me grab that and I'll show you what that looks like. And the new blends, which are all skin toned blends, the different skin tones. So there are 8 of them, actually, 5 packages, light and a dark in each package. And so that's available to demonstrators now and available to the general public in March. So I'm throwing things around here. I wanted to start out by saying to you that for anybody who has been following me, I've had a change in my information. So just trying to make it easier, I had been going by my former last name, Brigadier, and my email was Karen Brigadier, which is I think quite a unique spelling, but very difficult for people to punch in and get it right. But so I've changed my email address, and you can still reach me at Brigadier, KarenBrigadier@gmail.com. But now, to make it easier, it's KarenStampPad@gmail.com. But the one link, the Karen Brigadier at .stampinup.net is no longer available. It is KarenStampPad.stampinup.net. And I've been trying to change around a few things on the internet and just make it so it's easier. So it may take a little bit of time, and a few people are going to run into a dead end. But if you have any issues, you can contact me here on Facebook, send me a message, send me an email at ladybugbuilder@gmail.com, and I will be happy to direct you in the right place and help you out. I also wanted to let you know that celebration is still going on till the end of the month, and it is for every $60 order that you place before taxes and shipping, you get a free celebration item. So there are stamp sets and designer series paper available. I've gone through and done a couple of videos with a few different stamp sets. The driving by was last week. And again, the Sunshines and Rainbow is the designer series paper you get free with a $60 purchase. And the awesome Otters. So while I have that, let me just clear my desk. And I want to let you know that coming up on February 18th, I have a stamp class, and it is the Awesome Otter stamp class, where we are going to be making a few cards, and along with it you get a free stamp set and a package of Simply Marvelous paper. And if you are interested, I have a few spots available. Over half of the kits are gone. And this is the Simply Marvelous paper and the Awesome Otter stamp set. So it is free with the $50 order. If you want to go to my Stampin' Up webpage and place an order, I will send you the card kits and the paper and stamps for free. And yeah, it's so free with a $50 order, or it's $35. It's a great deal. You get a lot of product with it, and yeah, we're going to have some fun. So send me a message if you'd like to join. It will be via Zoom from 7 till 9 o'clock. So what else do I have going? I think, and if I remember the date correctly, I just want to double check. On the 26th of February, it's a Saturday from 2 to 4, I have a Saturday social, and we're going to make 4 cards. It is free with the $35 order, or it is $20. And so come and see some old friends online. It's via Zoom as well, and or meet some new ones and just have some fun stamping. So it'll be a fun afternoon. All right, I wanted to, as I showed you before, the punch that is highlighted. I'm going to use a few punches today, but the one that I'm focusing on is the Ladybug Punch. And the punches in the catalog are $24 on average. I think there's one in the annual catalog that is a little bit more, but it's a bigger punch. And I'm going to be using the daisy punches as well, the large and the small. The large one is $24, and the small one is $22. So let's get started on the first project. And I think I'm going to start with, this one. In no particular order. So I've cut out everything ahead of time. And so this time, the last time I used the Bermuda Bay cardstock with the designer series paper, and it is in Coastal Cabana. I used the Cloud Punch, which is available in the new mini catalog as well, and some designer series paper, which I just cut out a thing. So all you need as well, all the sentiments I'm using today are going to be from the Special Moments stamp set. It is also a celebration item, and you can get this for a $120 order. And this is wonderful. If you don't have an awful lot of stamp sets and you need something with sentiments, it has happy birthday, I think you're wonderful, congratulations, with sympathy, thanks, good luck, thinking of you. It has everything that you need. So this time I'm going to do it in Misty Moonlight. So what I've done is I've taken an 8.5 by 11 sheet of Misty Moonlight cardstock, and I've cut it at 5.5. And then I've scored it with my paper trimmer, and I've scored it at 2 1/8 on this side, and then just flip it around and score it at 2 1/8 on the other side. So it folds perfectly and meets in the center. I have 2 pieces of Designer Series paper from that set of, or that bundle of paper that you get in the Celebration catalog. And this is cut at 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. So we need 2 of those, 1 for each of the panels. I've cut a piece of basic white cardstock for the center, and it is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I am not going to put that in because I would like to stamp on it a little bit later, and if I mess up, I at least can flip it over and have the other side to work on. So, all right. I have another piece of Misty Moonlight, and it is 3 inches by 3 inches. And a piece of basic white cardstock, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. That's going to go on top. I will show you the Cloud Punch. I have put everything away, and this is the Cloud Punch. So it's having punches on hand, if you can collect some and have them even after they retire, it's really handy to have because it's so much easier than using the die cutting machine and each individual die. So if you plan on doing a few cards, then it's really handy. So put that back. And then, of course, this rainbow. So let me just show you what I've done. This is one of the Designer Series papers, and what I've done is I have just cut out one out of that piece of paper. Now I've used up pretty much that whole piece of paper. And I want to show you something else, and this is, die cutting. So there is a bundle, rainbows, and I'm sorry, it is, let me show you, instead of me guessing, page, Rainbows of Happiness bundle. So it comes with the stamp set and a set of dies. So you have a large rainbow that you can do, and then the smaller one. So this die is the small one. And what I did was I took, for this one I just cut that out, right? But you can also take this die and put it on, and what it does is cuts out the individual layers without the white in between, and you can glue that on. Of course, that takes a little bit of time now, but there you have that. So and I like the look. It's quite cute, and I love my die cutting machine, and I don't mind die cutting, but for today we're just going to do this. So I'm going to put everything together. So pull in my silicone mat. So the silicone mat is really nice because You can get glue on it, you can put glue on it, and you can just rub it off after it dries. So it keeps your surface from getting sticky. So I'm just going to use my Stampin' Seal tape runner. And you pretty much have to get it, it's pretty sticky, so you have to line it up and hopefully get it in place, otherwise you don't have a lot of wiggle room. You don't have any wiggle room. Okay. And these cards are so fun to make. If I wasn't so tired trying to figure everything out on my computer today. So next I'm going to take my basic white and I'm going to adhere it to my 3x3 square Misty Moonlight. And what you want to do is just adhere, or just put glue on half and center that over both sides. Okay, there we go. I have to find my eraser. I got a little bit of glue on there. So now let's just start putting things together. Where'd my ladybug go? Where's my envelope? Ha! I think when putting this together, I have lost some pieces. So I will show you how the punch works. So I'm just going to put this on first. I have a couple of clouds, one punched out of white and one, it is the bumblebee color. So I kind of think I like that, and I'm just going to put it, it can go over the edge because it's not going to adhere to the back. So and I'm going to put that down. Okay, so we could just grab, oh, I found the body of my ladybug. So I punched the bodies out in black, as you can tell, and this is a shimmer vellum paper, and you can get that. It is in all of the in colors, so you get Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent. This is Pale Papaya. There is Polished Pink and Fresh Freesia. So on the other cards, I've used the Fresh Freesia, and I have used the Polished Pink on some. So with the vellum, when you're adhering it, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here at the top if it comes out. Just lightly, because with vellum you can see the adhesive on the other side, so you don't want to put too much on. And I was using earlier, I was showing everybody, and I don't know where the other page went, but Stampin' Up! Also has these embellishments, and these are black dots, and you can use them for the black spots on the on the ladybug, but I found that a couple of my punches have circles, little circles. So this is Label Me Fancy Punch, and it has a, I don't know, what do you call it? Just oh, you can put your ribbon through it, and I don't know, it's just a straight line punch. And there's a dot on the other side that you can put twine or you know, use it to put holes in the punch itself. So anyway, what I did was I took that and just the little corners I started punching out little dots. And here it's so small. The other one that I was using actually earlier today was, it is the Peaceful Deer Punch, and that we had at Christmas from the mini catalog then, and it has a nose for the reindeer. So at Christmas we were punching the nose out, and it was red, you know, so we were making Rudolph and putting Rudolph on our cards. But let's see, I'm pushing these all around, and I need one more. I think I just flipped one away. It's okay. We have the means. Okay. So I'm going to bring in my Take Your Pick tool. At one end it has a pick, so you can, it's really good for Stampin Dimensionals, and I'll show you that in a minute. And the other end is a putty end, which is really good for picking up things. So I'm just going to put a little glue down on my glue mat and run my little dots through. Now, the problem is the putty sometimes sticks so good that you have to fight to get something so small off. The bigger pieces, it's not so hard. All right, here we go. How cute is that? There. Oops, spoke too soon. There we go. So cute. So actually now I'll show you the Stampin Dimensionals. So these just make things pop up a little bit, so you have more of a 3D look to it. And I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool, and it's so easy. Then I don't have to sit and fiddle with such little things. Place it on, and then it pulls the backing off as well. Ta-da! Pretty easy. But before I put that on, I'm going to grab my stamp set, and I want to put a little greeting here. So, oh, on the other ones I've got Hello Sunshine and thanks. So, there's even Hey Boo. I don't know who I'd call a boo, but let's do Best Wishes. I want something small, so take that. And I think I will use the Misty Moonlight. Grab that. There we go. And now I'm going to put my butterfly right there. So all I need to do now is stamp something on my insert and put that in, as well as stamp my envelope just for a finished look. But there you have it. Kind of cute, eh? This paper is so fun, so cheery. So that one's done. Okay, now let's see which one's next. Oh, Karen. I just cracked myself up today. I'm just having a day. So which one do I want to do next? Let's do this one. I'm laughing at myself because I tried to stamp ahead and instead I colored two pieces and I wanted to show you some coloring on one card, but I've colored both pieces and forgot to emboss one, so we'll just have to go with it. So, all right, on this one, so this one is going to be like these. Here's the other one. The other one I did in red, the typical ladybug. I like the colors that pop. So this one is going to be the same design, only a different color, different sentiment. So take your bone folder. This is a bone folder, and what you just burnish the sides so that this doesn't pop up. It lays a little flatter. So again, the cardstock is the same. It's a 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock, cut at 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of 4" by 5 1/4 for the inside. I have a piece of basic white, which you could just leave as basic white and put it down, but what I did was I ran it through my embossing folder, and this is the stripes, and there's two that go in the mini emboss machine, the mini boss we call it, and it is called Stripes and Splatters. So this is the stripes. You can kind of see it. I just love that pattern. And the other one is Splatters, and it's really cute too. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to center it. So I want, this is 2.5 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to center it so that or put it on so that I have an even border around these three sides. And this one is a little bit smaller. It is cut at 2 inches by 5 1/4. And then I'll do the same on that side. But I just want to put this one down first. And this is the like I showed you, the Altogether Designer Series paper. I love this one. Just love it. I think it goes with this card so well. And because it's cut at 2 inches, I had enough to do the 3 cards. So I'm just using up what I have instead of trying something different. Okay. Okay, there we go. So what I've done is use the Daisy Punch here. And I've cut out I've punched out 2 of the large and 2 of the small, and I'm just going to layer them. Okay. And Santa has, I believe these are still in the catalog. This was one that I forgot to check out this afternoon, and I forgot to check out tonight. The gold faceted gems. And they just kind of look like flower centers to me. So I'm going to take your pick tool. I'm going to pull this out, and on the other end is like a little spatula. I'm going to pick up one of these and place it in the center of my flower. Just a little bit off. And then I'm going to take my dimensionals, a little bit bigger one, and I'm going to put it in the center. You'll notice it fits just perfectly. Take the back off. And put that there, right about there. So there is also, it's called a bow punch. And it is in the new mini catalog. And it's just greenery that I can use and punch out so that I'm not die cutting. We have a lot of die cut greenery, but this just makes it so much quicker. A little liquid glue and put it in there. All right, that should hold that. I am going to put, and I have already put on my black dots on these wings, so you didn't have to sit and watch me do it all over again. Pop these up with some mini dimensionals. And we'll just stick with the same design, I guess. So this time I punched, this is the double oval punch. It comes with 2 different sizes, and one has the scalloped edge and the other is just plain. And again, playing with punches. And I'm going to, which sentiment this time will fit on there? Yeah, let's go with that one. I already have it, but that's okay. I like it. Just a little high from me. And the pale papaya might be a little light for this. I'm just trying to see what other color I could pull in that might match, but let's just give this a try first. Yeah, it's so light. Pumpkin pie. So the nice thing is if you mess up, we didn't mess up, we just want to redo. So I'm going to pull in my pumpkin pie. It has more of an, obviously an orangey color, but I can see it better. Let's see, it should match up real nice. There we go. Just a little bit bolder. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to center that. And because I'm going with popping everything up, we'll take a couple more dimensionals, put them on the back. You don't need much. And there we have it. So we just put our cardstock on the inside. What I would do is just take a punch. I had some earlier, and I think I put them away, but I had some butterflies. I have a butterfly punch, and they were so cute, and I did that out of the shimmer vellum too, and put it on the corner. And it just gives it, you can stamp another sentiment in, or you can write whatever you want on the inside, but there we have our second card. So one more, and this one I'm going to, this was one that I colored. Okay, so this one is in Bermuda Bay cardstock. Like the beautiful colors. Let's just take our bone folder again and burnish the edge. Good. Now, no. All right, so again, 8.5 by 11 cardstock, cut at 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. A piece of basic black, and it is cut at 4 and 5 1/4. So I'm going to put that down. There. Okay. And I'm going to take my basic white. It is a 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to use some blending brushes. So if you've never seen blending brushes, Stampin' Up! Has some. They're not as colorful as these ones, but this is a blending brush. And let me get this one out of the way. I'm just going to show you how to use those. So ink up my blending brush. I'm just going to rub it on there, and I'm just going to go in a diagonal. You want to dab it off before you start putting it on your paper, because you'll end up with a big spot like that, which you don't want. Just want it to be nice and soft, but colored in. Okay. My pale papaya. Okay, getting there. And then I'm going to use my polished pink on the other side. Okay, now what I didn't do, what I had kind of wanted to do, was emboss this. So I'll show you how that's done. I'm just going to grab my cut and emboss machine. So it comes with different plates. One for cutting when you're using the die cuts, and some different ones. There is, these are pretty well used and beat up, but so this is number 1, and you use number 4. This is for the embossing, but you have 2, which is a white one that you put down when you die cutting, and then 2 clear plates at number 3, and you sandwich the die cuts between, or the dies between the 2 number 3s. Well, we don't need those right now. So this is it is actually a hybrid embossing folder, and it is 3D. It has dies as well that you can put in there, so you can cut out the flowers and emboss at the same time. But we're just going to emboss this. So we put that in. We want the Stampin' Up! Image on the top. We can line the paper up with that. Put it in, put your plate on top, and you can't see the handle. Sorry. And just pull it through. So let me get rid of that. The camera's a little close to see the whole thing. And I pull it out, and then we have the embossed image on there. I don't know that you can see it. There you go. Okay. So we'll move that out of the way, bring our card back in, and we want to put this down. So it looks like a little rainbow, doesn't it? Okay. And we're going to center that on the black. And I've got 2 ladybugs, and again I've used the shimmer paper, and I've already put the dots on, the little black spots. And again, I just want to put a little bit at the top because you will see it. You know, when I did my video this afternoon, I could hear my dogs whining to go out. Nobody was home. I had to get up, let them out, and then come back. They played for a while. Sounded like an emergency, but so they were outside for a while, and then barking at the neighbors walking by, and then I heard them scratching at the door to come in. So I had to get up again and let them in. Now, and that was because I was the only one home. Now, my husband is home. I can still hear them whining to get out. It's like we're having an emergency today. So I'm going to put those here. I mean, you could put them wherever you want, right? I could do it like that and put my sentiment up there, which I might just do. So this is the soft succulent shimmer paper, and this of course is the Coastal Cabana. And I think it matches pretty good. It's not too, I don't think, unless somebody pointed it out, you'd be able to notice. So let's get a piece of white paper, stamp a sentiment on it. I think I'm going to go, I had this one. This was another punch, but it's very, very small. So I'm going to punch or stamp on that. And I couldn't wait for a special occasion, I think, if I can find this one. They're all clear, so oh, there it is. Okay, and the Coastal Cabana is a little, sorry, light, like the pale papaya. So I'm going to use the Bermuda Bay. Stamped a little too hard there. There we go. And those two colors are nice together. So I will bring in my, and this piece of paper is a little small, so let me show you a trick. Because I can't hang on to it, I'm taking a sticky note. Well, let's get the sticky side. Sticky note, put it on, line it up in the middle. Punch it out. See? Take that off, and I want a piece of black for the background. Carry that. There we go. And I'm just going to, because it's both the same size, I just want a shadow. So I'm going to put that on. Use my liquid glue so that if I don't get it right where I want it, I can play with it. I can move it around until it dries. There we go. So I think I'm going to put these little ladybugs in a different spot. So while I'm wrapping things up, I just want to say that this month, Stampin' Up! Always has a special a starter kit if you're wanting some supplies. And they have, if your wish list is over $135, you should consider joining Stampin' Up! And becoming a demonstrator. And even if it's just for the starter kit is $165 worth of product for $135, and there's no shipping. And this, till the end of this month, they have a special on. They've had it during celebration, and as well as their $165 worth of product, you get 2 free stamp sets of your choice. So all of the product is your choice, 2 free stamp sets of your choice out of the annual catalog or the mini catalog. And yeah, all for $135. So it's a deal. And after you get that, any future purchases, you get 20% off. So it's, you know, if you're interested, I would love for you to join my team. Go to Karen's Stamp Pad .stampinup.net and check out the catalogs. If you want me to mail you one, send me an email and I will certainly get a hard copy in the mail for you. And let's just put this on. And yeah, I mean, it's such an incredible value. Not only do you get that, but I would love for you to join my team. And not only do you get my team, you get my upline, which is there is so many wonderful ladies in our group, and we get together every month, couple of times a month. There's so many things going on, and you get support, you get uh, you know, tutorials and just all kinds of things. It's just there's so many benefits to joining our group, and I would love to have you. So please, if you don't have a demonstrator and you want to become one, or you just want some free product, that's okay too. Give me a jingle, and if you have a hard time navigating the website, I can walk you through it, or I can place an order for you. So yeah, it's once you start stamping, you are going to have so much fun. So let me grab tonight's cards. And what did I do with my other one? Oh, in the other pile. Okay, so this is tonight's cards. Here were today's cards. Let me push that out of the way. Happy birthday, and oh no, that one wasn't tonight's card. This was tonight's card. There we go. And these were today's cards. So there you go. Just using punch and paper and a stamp set, some adhesives, and of course, yes, some blending brushes. And you don't even have to do that. You can just leave it plain white and go from there, or yeah, use some paint and a paintbrush. So that's it for tonight's video. I hope I've given you a few tips, and that you've enjoyed it. And I will be back next Thursday at 1 o'clock, and hopefully all goes well there. In the meantime, I'm going to see if I can figure out how I can upload some pictures into my Facebook. So anyway, thanks for joining me again, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.